Land Saga is coming back, and nobody's quite sure what that means. The show is about zombies who become idols, but beyond that, anything can happen, whether it be heartfelt or ridiculous. The show was never expected to be successful, and in fact, of all the people Cygames spoke to, MAPPA's president was the only one who thought it sounded like a good idea. Here's 5 things you need to know about Land Saga. Land Saga is the first anime developed at Cygames that wasn't an adaptation of a game. It was created by anime producer Nobuhiro Takenaka, but even he didn't have the whole thing thought out. That part was the responsibility of director Munehisa Sakai and writer Shigeru Murakoshi. MAPPA staff don't often get the chance to make original anime, and so this was a chance for them to flesh out the original concept of zombie idols into something more. And their work was so impressive that the producers credit the 2 of them as the secret behind the show's unexpected success. You might think that Land Saga would come from a bunch of idol fans, but in fact, it was the opposite. Takenaka was actually kind of sick of all of the idol anime that was coming out, and like many of us might do, he started thinking what he'd do if someone forced him to make one. That's when he thought back to Rita, the cynical zombie from Rage of Bahamut Genesis, Cygames' first collaboration with MAPPA. And so, 2 and 2 came together, and that's how he came up with the concept. In fact, MAPPA's president didn't like idols either, but he was intrigued by this idea. The fact that this was shaped by people who didn't like idol anime meant that it was able to take a very different form. One part of that is the music. As the staff noted, it's not there just to be sold on a CD, although they absolutely did do that, but rather to fit the tone of the story. One of the biggest examples of this was the rap battle between Sakura and Saki in episode 2. The voice actors didn't have much practice, but that was kind of the point. It's about driving the story and the frustrations of the moment, rather than being some kind of Love Live-like musical moment. Because it was an original anime, they had the advantage of getting creative with the marketing, and they intentionally didn't want to reveal story details early on. In fact, interviews with the staff prior to airing are incredibly brief, as they try and say as little as possible. One of the earliest trailers was a Walking Dead parody. Because of this strategy, anytime the show did something unexpected, it was a surprise for everyone, and so the show steadily grew in popularity as it aired. Of course, since the staff were so busy working, they didn't notice it. It's only when they finished that they suddenly realized, hey, the show we've been making is really popular. And of course, with Season 2 Revenge, they're taking on the same marketing strategy, not letting us know anything that's about to happen. Most titles at Cygames are created with a plan for expansion with manga and anime adaptations to go along with it, but Land Saga was kind of unique. Of course, it was just a weird idea from one producer, but even once anime production had started, it never got a game version, despite being funded by a game company. But this wasn't for a lack of trying. Takenaka did go to all the Cygames divisions asking if they were interested in creating a game, but each of them turned him down, saying that there was no way they could make something that fit the series. And so it became Cygames' first anime-specific project, and further influenced their decision to invest in anime creation. Thanks for watching OTAQUEST in Japan. Feel free to subscribe to find out more about the art and creation of Japanese pop culture.